Hi, Mark. Welcome around the workstand.
Hey, Susie. It's exciting time of the year.
It is. There's so much going on. Let's check in.
I think it's a good time to assess the season.
Yes.
We've passed some of those big national sale dates, the Black Fridays, the Cyber Mondays, the Small Business Saturdays. Mm-hmm. It's a good time, I think, for folks to check in and see how it's going.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about maybe checking where we are, where everyone is, and maybe make a plan for the rest of the year.
Yeah, and simplistically, I think there's probably two answers to how's it going this sales season. One would be, it's great. Sales have been strong. I'm pretty happy with everything. And then the other would be, not so good. So I thought we'd talk through those two scenarios and maybe give some good actionable tips on what to do in both cases.
I love a good actionable tip.
Yeah.
Let's, how about start with the good?
Good. The good. If I'm feeling great, sales are strong, what should you do? Well, you don't want to take your foot off the accelerator, that's for sure. So
you've got their attention.
Yeah, but maybe no further discounts or sales are in order. So you still want to promote things, but you don't necessarily need to dig deeper into the old discount bin. So I think step number one, keep the website up to date. Get a gift guide installed. Just because it's a gift guide doesn't mean those gifts have to be on deep discount or any deeper discount than they have been. And then call out what's available, either in that gift guide or in homepage sections, so that folks know what they can shop for with you. And I think another thing is, clearly you should be doing some marketing, and you probably have been doing a good job at marketing if it's been pretty good so far. So hold that as it is. Don't decrease that activity though, because it's probably one of the reasons that you've had a good season so far in this holiday shopping season. So you don't want to stop doing the thing that has helped you get there.
Absolutely. And, I think just to elaborate a little bit more on the discount piece, maybe just specifically speak to or make it easy for people to kind of adhere to their budget. So maybe that is, gifts under $25, gifts under $50, that sort of thing. That works. That's always really effective. Yeah.
I think so. I think another thing is that external marketing that you're doing, that proactive marketing, just reinforce and review and make sure they have clear calls to action. So that you want people to see something, be inspired, and have a way to get to that stuff. So don't be clever without adding the simple mechanics of how do I get to that thing. Be that it's on the website, here's the link, or it's in the store, come see us, whatever that is.
Yeah, kind of keeping it simple. I think coming back to the kind of the biggest tip that I keep in mind that I learned from Lauren, the agency director, make it easy for them to get to the right product, get to the thing you want them to buy.
Yeah, don't make them have to work so hard for it.
No. Yeah.
And I think another good tip, and we talked about this, I think, last week, but make sure that if things are going really well and you don't feel the need to stay open 24/7 or whatever, but whatever your opening hours are going to be heading into this last stretch, if they're different than what they have been, make sure you get that updated on all the different platforms, on the website, Google, all the social channels, et cetera.
Yeah, so those are some things to do if we had a really great weekend, or your holiday selling season, or you're wrapping up your year strong, but maybe things aren't going so great, or this last promotional period didn't go as expected. What are some things we can do to help kind of boost those sales a bit?
Well, it's unfortunate if that happens, but if it does, then maybe in your market it's just a contact sport right now, and it's a heavily contested sport. It may be that more sales are going to be in order, or a bigger sale, or a wider depth of a deeper depth of products included in that sale. So get a sale configured, get it up on your website now, update the pricing in your point of sale system, because we're getting that sale pricing hopefully primarily from your point of sale system. That way you only have to update it in the one spot. Get that messaging on the homepage, and think about things like sometimes it's not just the price of an item. Sometimes it's the terms. So it might be free shipping. It might be promoting the buy online, free pickup in store. Yeah. It might be free add-ons. All kids' bikes get a kickstand. Again, that's a making it easy kind of thing. Are you offering free shipping at some threshold? Are there any upgrades you're including? Anything that can spur that action from a shopper to go from I'm thinking about this to ooh, that's the thing I need to go get.
Yeah, absolutely. And what about making sure it's available? I feel like that's a really good call out.
Yeah, and that's one of the biggest advantages our clients have is that they have a physical store. They've got product in the store that's ready to go. So again, that's an advantage. Let's point that out. These products, back to your gifts under, these gifts under $50 are here and ready to pick up now. And I think another part of that advantage at the store is the convenience of it. So if you buy online, pick up in store, or come in and put something on layaway, we will hold that purchase for you. Make sure you're, again, clear about when, because you don't want to disappoint anybody if they show up after you're closed. We'll hold that till December the 20th at whatever, 4 o'clock or whatever that detail is. And play it. It's a big advantage. That's a big benefit that they can't get from online retailers. They will hold that purchase for you so you can maintain the element of surprise of that special gift. So I think that's a big thing to promote.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of when this is coming out, we're still in a kind of like the within the shipping threshold.
Sure.
So I think also while you're configuring any of your in-store sale prices, maybe make sure that if you are participating in supplier sync, we highly encourage that you are, especially if you're on our professional website package. Make sure you have that box checked for promotional pricing.
Yeah.
A lot of brands have markdowns, so maybe you can kind of benefit from that and still maintain a decent margin. It's items that you haven't had to invest in already, and give people a good deal. Yeah.
Yeah, and if the brand's got it on sale, you can check that box. And these are items that you don't normally have in the store. Check the box. If they're sending that promo pricing, it just gets picked up automatically.
Yeah, just let us know if you need any help kind of configuring any of those settings, making sure you're displaying the right brands and categories. Happy to help you out.
Perfect. And I think just like in the previous scenario, if things are going well, you maintain status quo on the marketing. When things aren't going well, time to crank it up.
Yeah.
So I think in this case, things like if you're sending one promotional email a month, send 2 or 4. Send more emails. Get the frequency up on that. Same with social media posting. If you're a once a week or 3 times a week, try to up that to every day. Get something up on if you're on Facebook or Instagram, get something up quicker on that. And this is a tough one, but a lot of consumers and shoppers now, just people in general, communicate via the messaging apps within the social platforms or standalone apps. If you're using any of those, make it somebody's responsibility to respond to those inquiries, because often you're really close to the point of purchase when you're sending a message asking that question, and how quickly you can respond to that often dictates whether you win that sale or not.
Yeah. And so you're ramping up your kind of your marketing frequency. I think another really powerful piece, speaking specifically to the content of your marketing, is to be specific.
Yes.
Kind of coming back to that, make it easy. So rather than just saying like, we have holiday gifts, like what are those holiday gifts? What if that person was in your store, what would you recommend? Maybe it's calling out a specific light, a specific pair of gloves, that sort of thing. Just kind of, call out one item, things that you love.
I think that's really smart, because a lot of times when you're shopping for somebody that's an enthusiast, as the shopper, you don't really know all the intricate details, but you will have heard things that they say. And so lights was a great example. If you call out lights for the rider that's outdoors no matter what, you'll go, I remember thinking it was crazy that he rode in the dark, or it's crazy that she rode so early in the morning. If you're specific like that, people can make those connections. I think that's a really smart thing.
And I love taking the time to say, who is it for and why you and your staff, why your employees love it? Like, is this what they use and why do they use it? I think that can go a long way.
Yeah. And this is when things aren't going well, lean on your advantages. And those are big advantages that stores have. I think the final little piece of this increase the marketing efforts is around paid ads. So if you're not doing paid ads, it may be, those things take a little time to ramp up. So get on the program. But if you're doing paid ads, this is a time to allocate some more budget to it. little extra budget allows those ads to either go deeper with more product or to reach a broader swath of the shopping public. But those ads are one of the best levers we have to pull to catch people with that specific intent to shop. Like I'm ready to go now. So if you can double that budget or add 20% to that budget, often and most often it will have a big payoff this time of year because the intent to shop is so high.
Yeah, absolutely. I ran into that this past weekend. I was doing a little bit of shopping over the holiday, mostly for myself. But I have very choosy feet, and I wanted a very specific pair of running shoes that are they're not a widely distributed brand, or at least they're not carried a lot of places. And I specifically searched for them, and I found them at a retailer I did not know carried them, and I ordered them.
Perfect.
And they're on their way to me. So be here tomorrow.
Be ready for Susie.
Yes.
That's a perfect example. You had the intent, the specificity.
Yeah.
Somebody made it easy. The ad was there.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's supposed to work.
Yep. Clearly said that it was a 20% discount in their Google Shopping ad. And so I bought those.
There you go.
Yeah.
Excellent. For the tech tip this week, it's going to be a little bit of a different tech tip. So a story to help people relate. Often when you're in a bike shop, you don't really care for home bike mechanics. Not that there aren't some excellent home bike mechanics. I, for instance, do a pretty good job with bikes. But not everybody's that way. And so you make fun of the repairs that come in and some of the disasters that happen with home bike mechanics. Think about that as you decide whether or not to get some help with marketing. Because, look, marketing isn't cheap. Hopefully it's an investment that returns many times what you spend on it. And we happen to think, obviously, that hiring professionals is a good idea for that. Just like hiring a professional is a good idea for bike mechanic work. So you don't want the derailleur with the limit screws all jammed down or missing, and it's stuck in the spokes and the chain's wrapped around and stuck between the chain ring. You don't want that for your marketing. So get some help. Let us help. Let someone help.
Yeah.
Even if it's temporary, get some help. It will almost always result in better performance.
Yeah, absolutely. And that can start by reaching out to our success team, get a fresh set of, they'll review your website. It's absolutely no charge. Maybe make some suggestions, offer some tools that are free for you to use that are included in your subscription. Or also suggest, like, next step, work with our agency team. Yeah, it can be a one-off project. It can be a monthly maintenance piece. Yeah, all sorts of good options.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, the content that's included in your subscription, it doesn't cost any extra, but it is prepared by professionals. So consider using that, or at least using it as a starting point rather than just starting from scratch and trying to throw something together. So with love, consider some professional help with your marketing.
Yeah, so let's make sure that you are able to finish the year strong and set yourself up for next year. It's not just about short-sighted for the month ahead. It's really about kind of laying the groundwork for the following year or years to come, we hope. Let's wrap it up on a good note. We're here to help. We'll see you around the work stand.
See you.